Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And now I'm taking a look at Extreme for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Now, this is actually a game that is one of those that where the makers seem to be one of those who tried to push the machine to its limits and possibly even beyond, if that was at all possible. Anyone who's seen their Dan Dare 3 game will know how colourful that game was, with little in the way of attribute clash. And Extreme is a shoot 'em up that Digital Integration released for the Spectrum in 1991 and programmed by David Perry and Nick Bruty, who are the Nick and Dave mentioned at the bottom of the screen there. My understanding is that this was their swan song to the Spectrum, as it was by this point coming to the end of its life after nearly a decade since the first Specky came out. But and would you believe that this is actually a 48K Spectrum? There was never a 128K version, as far as I can make out, and that music you were just hearing was 48K music, and that was on a sound chip that was inferior to that of the 128K Spectrum. And as you heard, how amazing that was. So let's try this. Urgent message from Pioneer 10. Steg pirates have boarded my spacecraft and damaged my navigation equipment. They have cut my life-sustaining power and activated the self-destruct sequence. Soon this ship and your planet will be destroyed. Use an exotrack suit. The entrance pad will give it an energy boost. Find the lithoacid crystal and follow it to my energy input pad. Time is running out. Go on. So there I am. Ooh. So it's not even fully charged. You can see at the bottom there. That's the ammo for the weapon that I currently have selected. Let's see what other weapons there are once it's fully charged. So it's fully charged now. I can't have more than 99. So it's got shield. So I've got a choice between torch and shield, at least for now. Ooh, blooming out! Look at this colour. And there's an energy bar at the top there. So I've got to keep half an eye on. Oh, bollocks. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I know my energy's low. Is it going to keep saying that? Are you going to say that every... Okay, I've hit that switch. I'm going to head back to that thing in the middle there to try and... That is absolutely amazing. Oh god, one more hit and I'm a goner, so I better quit. God, look how little energy I've got. One more hit and I would have been cactus. Get out of my charger, you bastards. Cheeky rat bags. Coming in here. This is my domain. Get out. Right. Now let's try and see if I can... Oh, this is absolutely incredible to look at. I mean, look at... Ooh, what's that? Ooh, I've got another weapon. The turbo. Oh! Bloody hell, how many... Bloody hell, how many bullets it take to destroy this thing? Well, maybe I can't. I'm going to give up trying to destroy it. I've got a weapon out of it, so it's not like I didn't get anything out of that experience. Get out of my... Right, top up my torch. Look at these visuals, they're stunning. The aforementioned Nick and Dave have done a really good job of making great use of colour, and there's very little in the way of attribute clash. This is absolutely delightful. Right, I think I'm going to need a turbo to get through one of these. Yeah. Ooh, what's that giving me? Oh, a yo-yo. Oh, my shield's about to run out. Oh no, that's turbo. Okay, so I've got a yo-yo now. So, is that the thing I was after? I better go back and recharge myself, otherwise I'm going to die. The old no! Oh, I'm going to have to use another blooming turbo, aren't I? Right, I'm fully charged up now. Let's try. Let's see if there's anything more over here. I am so impressed with the... This is absolutely stunning. I mean, gameplay-wise, it's not exactly mind-blowing, but... Okay, so it's one of those games where you have to... You can't just hover, you have... Is there anything down here? Oh, no, you can take damage if you go in that. Ooh, what's this? Oh, God, this is hard to stay away from the... I'm assuming that's lava or something. Oh, bloody hell. Get in the bloody... Ooh, what have I got there? Is that another weapon? Ooh, a smart bomb. I think I'll use a shield to protect me a bit. Oh! Oh, that was unlucky. So I got a new high score, so I don't even to my name. Okay. Let's try that. Yeah, we'll skip that. We know all that. It's a bit silly that you're not fully charged the moment you start. So you have to, if you want to get the maximum, you have to wait in here until the torch number is 99. That seems a bit silly. It would be much better if you didn't have to do that. You could just start at 99. So I'm just trying to get that. I need to shoot that thing enough times to get that weapon off it. Right, here we go. And shoot that switch. Missed. Oh no, it didn't. It's green, so. Oh, this is incredible. This really is doing a good job of pushing the spectrum to its limits and making great use of its colours. And as I said, there's very little in the way of attribute clash, which is also a triumph. Oh yeah, blooming. Let's try going this way just for see what it's like. Of course, it'd be hard to hit these. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, let me know. We've got their weapon there, but let's give this another whirl. Yeah, skip that. Actually, I'm just going to head over here. Oh, give it off. Oh. Right, so that's the turbo weapon. Right, that's that switch thrown. Let's head back to that start bit so I can charge up my weapons and gun and reload and get my energy back. Stop coming in here, you things. Whatever you were meant to be. Oh, I've got the yo-yo still. Oh, that's just the other. Oh, I see. That's just the other side of that same room. Well, I think I've seen enough of that, at least for now. I know that there are other levels which are quite different to that, but as this is a review, I'm going to end it there, especially as I've heard that the game is quite short. So that's Extreme for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. While as a game it's a little bit on the thin side and not particularly original, what it does do and do very well is make excellent use of the Spectrum's colour capabilities and manage to do it in such a way that it avoids the worst of colour clash. And that in itself is an achievement, and it's not painfully slow at any point from what I've seen, and everything just looks and moves fantastically. When I was looking at other things up, I happened to come across this. I remember reading about it in the day, but I couldn't remember its name. It was when I was looking for something else that I found out it was called Extreme because I'd been so desperate to try it just to see how it was, and I'm really glad I did because it's a visual treat, and even the sound's pretty good as well for a 48K Spectrum. Remember, this is all being done on a 48K Spectrum, and not 128K, 48K. So graphics, well, as I said, they are absolutely outstanding for the Spectrum, especially a 48K Spectrum. Tons of colour, little to no attribute clash. And everything's animated pretty well as well, considering the attribute limitations. I mean, even when you saw all those pulsating bubble type things in the lava, it didn't seem to have a drop in frame rate. Sounds really good as well. There's plenty of sound. It's not deathly silent throughout, and there's sound effects for so many things: firing your gun, using a shield or whatever, and enemies exploding, making contact with you, and even when you're just in that beam, recharging your energy and weapons. Absolutely fantastic job. Gameplay. Well, as I said, it's a little bit thin, and I have read in the aforementioned review that the game isn't exactly the largest or most difficult game in the world. That's another reason I was keen to end this review early, so I didn't spoil the surprise of anyone else who might have wanted to give this game a whirl themselves. But even though the gameplay is a little bit thin, I certainly wouldn't say it was dull. I mean, it's not enough for me to give the game a 9, admittedly, much as I'd like to, simply because of the graphics and sound alone. But as anyone will tell you, gameplay is more important than presentation. I mean, yeah, if it's unsightly to look at and or makes the gameplay nigh on impossible, that's a different matter. But in itself, the gameplay tends to be the most important aspect of any game. I think I'm going to give Extreme on the ZX Spectrum 48K. I'm sort of on the cusp of 7 and 8. I think I might give it a 7, but simply because the gameplay is not exactly the most original in the world, and because of what I've read about the game being quite short. So that's Extreme for the ZX Spectrum. Well, a fine swan song for digital integration and David Perry and Nick Bruty. And they should, if they didn't already, they should give themselves a pat on the back with their technical accomplishments with this game. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that review. Catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.